seriously asking, this is not a joke, I'm not joking. Does anybody know what the fuck is going on? I don't. It's weird, it's disorienting. I feel like I'm typically. I at least have a theory, right? I at least have a theory. I got niche. I got nothing. I have less than nothing. I have like intrusive thoughts, which is worse than nothing. Because I'm like, what's gonna happen? And then my brain is like, you're gonna kill yourself. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm not gonna kill myself, so I have control over that, and I don't wanna do that. I'm not gonna do it. And then my brain's like, someone's gonna kill you? And I'm like, okay, scary. That's a scary thought. I don't want that to happen. When is that gonna happen? How is that gonna happen? And my brain's like, no, you're gonna kill somebody else. And then it just cycles through, grows, expands, contracts. The image comes alive and then dies before my eyes, and then another one is born in its wake. I have OCD, I think. I'm so. So does everybody want to like fully step out of their brain all the time, often, or is that just like a select few of people under a certain diagnostic criteria? Because like. It's weird in here, man. It's a weird vibe in here right now. It's like when the lights come on at the hookah lounge. You're like, that's who I've been with this whole time? I've never been to a hookah lounge. I can only assume. Disorienting. Oh, my charger's fucked up. Yes, last night was the lunar eclipse, the partial, it was almost full, but the Earth blocked the moon. How dare we? I was like watching it and it was very cool, but my eyesight was kind of bad, like with like really far away things. It all just kind of becomes like globs of light. So there was like a weird little effect happening, and so the little tip of the top that stayed lit had rays coming off of it because my eyesight sucks. And it looked like the moon was wearing a propeller hat, which was fun. But I was just looking at it, and it was very cool, and I was very moved by it. I'm moved by all, like, astral events, astrological events, astronomical events, all of the above. But I also was just like, damn, I miss the moon. Like, I miss the normal moon. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to look at her fucking shadow anymore. I'm always looking at her fucking shadow. I'm always looking at that. But I guess we'll climb up here and we'll go look at it again. And I was just having a lot of moments where I was like, why am I here? What do I even add to this? What do I even get out of it? When both of the answers to both of those questions is I don't know, you gotta go, man. And that's the thing, like, I feel like my response, and I've done a lot of unpacking of this over the years, like coming out of adolescence and becoming and like entering a new kind of adolescence that you do in your 20s, and feeling a little bit further removed from my childhood enough where I can at least look at it with a little bit of distance and perspective. And I'm like, oh, I know why I do these things because of my life experiences and the mindsets that I adopted through my early childhood experiences in my home dynamic and all of that. And then it's like, if I know this is unhealthy, I know that this was just what I did to keep myself safe, but it's not what I need now, you know, like, it would only pull me back into these cycles to continue them or to like re-engage in those behaviors. But I'm like, then why does everything else feel wrong? Why does everything else genuinely feel like my skin is being peeled off of me with surgical precision but no anesthesia? And I'm just like, I feel raw, dude. I feel fucking raw. I feel like going outside, I'm gonna fucking catch something. Because I'm just like, this like oozing, gaping wound walking around, trying to pretend like I'm hard, like I'm scabbed up. I'm not scabbed up. I'm not even a scar. I'm the fucking king of the sea. Anybody seen that? That one guy that has like the weird skullet and he's like, I'm the fucking king of the sea, and he only has one song. Yeah, I'm like the friggin' the blister on the back of your heel that you just keep opening back up again by wearing the same shoes over and over again. They hurt every time. You got fucking blood collecting in the sock, but you keep putting them on. Because they're cute shoes, right? Because they're cute shoes. Because they go well with the outfit. Because when you thought of the outfit, these are the shoes you had in mind. Well, the shoes hurt. And I can't walk around in these Louboutins. I can't even get out of bed. I'm actually out of bed, which you can tell because there's a microwave behind me. It'd be really fucking funny if I had a microwave in my room. Like, it not being a dorm, like, this is a normal apartment, but I have the microwave in my room. I should do that. Prank! Prank alert! I'm taking the microwave, guys. You guys have to ask me to use the freaking microwave. I also am experiencing a deep amount of self-loathing. Like, I'm reading all the journal entries where I was like, you're so cool. And I'm like, ugh. The fuck do you even know? It's pathetic. I'm like talking about myself then and now and the version of myself that I was talking to then. And I'm just like, you're all stupid. You guys should all be quiet and you should disappear from the earth and nobody should ever hear from you again. And everybody would be so much happier. Oh, you think you're a fucking good person? Oh, you want to make people happy? Kill yourself. That'll get a laugh. That'll get a hip hip hooray. That'll get the people talking. Everybody's like, we should all hang out soon. Hang out at my fucking funeral. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm too nosy. I want to see how things pan out. But I wish I could see how things panned out from like a disembodied soul. Maybe I should kill myself. No, I won't. I won't. I'm gonna stop engaging with like that line of thinking because I am saying it ironically, but I'm also not. Like, the sentiment is very real. And that scares me, and that scares the people around me, so I'll stop. It's like the kind of thing where you're really sad, and everything hurts, and you would go to school, and you're like, today I'm not gonna be silly. Today I'm gonna be serious. Today I'm gonna be so stoic. And then your friend gets there, and they make a fucking joke. And you're like, but I just like, that's how my like suicidal ideation feels, which is like, I'll be like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, or like, I want to kill myself. This life is not meant for me. I was not meant for this. Beach Boys had it right. I was not made for these times. But then something good happens. I'm like, oh, this is why I live. And that good will happen today when I go to the park and set up a hammock that I bought so I can hammock in the park. Whoa. Actually, life might be very worth living. It's just hard, you know, like I'm in some weird dynamics. I'm in some weird situations that have me feeling a little bit off balance, off kilter, right? Like, constantly oscillating between anger and disappointment and love and adoration for one person. Whoa, what's going on here? And that one person, actually several people, because I'm in there too. Ow! Ow! I just, like, I don't feel like I do things right. Like, I don't feel like I do things right. I don't think I go about them in a way that is successful and productive, and I feel like I rely a lot on people, and I feel like it annoys them, and then I just want to be alone, and then I feel sad because I feel like I can't be alone, so it's like, and I want to get out of my head, but I don't want to smoke a bunch of weed and just feel like tethered to my bed, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just like become heavy-lidded and hungry. I would like something else. I should do mushrooms soon. And I know that's not someone that just spent 12 minutes saying that they have mental illness and instability. That's probably not the conclusion I should have been drawing right now. But guess what? Therapy's expensive. Mushrooms, marginally less so. So, and it's weird because I feel like I should be very happy. And this is always something that I wrestled with because my life is comparably much easier than a lot of other people's. Like, we all go through experiences and we all have difficult situations. Like, nobody's exempt from that. And, but I feel like if I were to look back at my life on paper, a lot of the majority of things that have happened to me have been good and cool and a growing experience and not permanently scarring or not physically scarring, or, you know what I mean? Like, I realize that I live a good life and I'm grateful for it, and I'm not trying to be like, my life fucking sucks. But, like, so then why am I so sad all of the time? And it can't just be a chemical imbalance, fam. I'm not going back on Prozac. I am not a successful asexual. Like, how do you feel at that? I never fucked Wayne. I never fucked Drake. I never fucked all my life. Fuck's sake. And let's just say that if I did, I menage with him and let him eat my ass like a cupcake. Yeah, and I'm just like, it's also weird because it's like, I feel like I spend a lot of my time thinking about one specific thing. I'm always thinking about that. That's like a little too, it's like the elevator music that's always playing in the back of my mind, and when everything else gets quiet, it just turns up to 100. Or even when I have so many other things that I should be thinking about, should be like focusing on, like, that shit's like, and sometimes like it changes enough and I'm like, whoa, something different's going on here. And so I'm like, I'm gonna keep paying attention to this music. But I can't get out of the elevator if I'm just in there listening to the music all fucking day. You know what I mean? And like, I am like, okay, I maybe I should get off the elevator now. I'm like not in the basement. I'm like maybe on ground floor 2 or 3. Not the floor I want it to be on, sure. But it's a good one. It's not a bad floor to be on. It's not a bad, and let's just say I want to get out of this place entirely. Just 2 flights of stairs. But there's still that part of me that's like, the penthouse. We're going to the penthouse. If I stay in here long enough, we're going to the penthouse. Who's to say? Maybe that day will come. But what if it comes when it's like, I'm already fucking withered and I've shat myself and I smell terrible and I have nothing. I'm a shell of who I was. What's even in the penthouse anymore? All I could remember at this point is just wanting it. And I spend all day talking, and then I'm like, you talk too much, and then when I'm quiet, I'm like, say something, you fucking idiot. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired, and I'm tired of like almost breaking down crying at every point. At every point, any conversation, it takes two trains of thought. It takes, depending where you are, some are direct, but sometimes you gotta take a connecting train, but you will get to the point where you are about to start crying, and it's almost worse when you're just like, you feel all the sadness that would make you start crying, but for some reason your body's like, nah. So you're just like, you feel this heaviness. I just feel a heaviness. And I don't know what's gonna take me out of it. I don't even know if that penthouse is real. I think it might not be. My friends are telling me, girl, it doesn't matter. Will you ever get the time you're wasting waiting for it back? No. I won't. And I blame myself, because I have to. Because if I blame somebody else, I just feel like stupid, and like I can't blame anybody else for the situation I'm in, and I wouldn't want to, because at least, you know, it's the kind of thing where it's like, if I put myself here, maybe I can get myself out. And it's starting to, you know, this is all painful. It's all been very, very painful for a very, very long time, and it hasn't gotten easier. It's actually gotten worse. So, and it's also such like a boring kind of pain at one point where you're just like, oh my god. We're sad about this again? Damn it! I'm like, fucking my chud son has been, you know, has fallen for a credit card scam for the 5th time. God damn it! Enough! You don't have access to the card information anymore. You're not trusted with it. You can't be trusted with it. And like, maybe the pain of getting over it and finding out what it feels like to be over it and what you know, that's gonna hurt so bad. But you know, maybe it's, at least it's a new kind of pain. Maybe more exciting. But it makes me sad to think it's over. I'm just sad. It makes me sad to think. And fantasy makes me sad because it's not even like, it's not even like, it doesn't feel like the kind of thing where you're like, someday. And fantasizing now feels like I'll have a dream where it's like a really beautiful experience. The kind of, you have a dream where you're in the penthouse. And that penthouse is beautiful. The sight, there's light. The light is great. The windows, you can see the whole city. You're not too high up. You don't feel sick. But it feels like home. This place is weird. It's new. I've never been here before, but it feels like home. And then I wake up and I'm mad. A, because I'm not in that penthouse. B, stop showing me that place. Stop showing me that place. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it anymore. It's hurting me. It's hurting me to see it. Because if what you're telling me is that I'm never going to be up there, stop fucking showing it to me. What's the point? What's the point? Is this a saw trap? Has this all just been one very convoluted and deeply psychological and non-lethal saw trap? Did I do something? Have I done something? Tell me what I've done. Whip me. Flog me. Slap me. Spit on me. Punch me. Burn me. Mark me. But just let me out. Just tell me there's an end. I'll take the fucking branding. Just tell me at one point that I get to walk away. Okay, bye.